Alright guys, welcome back to Bama Bank Fishing. I hope y'all are having a great day. It is currently 1 a.m. in the morning, Monday, and I'm in the process of transitioning to third shift. I was going to do an overnight fishing trip tonight, try to do some night fishing, but I got rained out, so I'm trying to find things to keep myself awake, so this is what I came up with. On this particular video labeled Heartbreaker, I lost a pretty good catfish that day, and it was for a multitude of reasons all my fault. This channel is about learning and, trying to get better. And, I made simple mistakes, and learning from those mistakes is my goal here. And maybe I can prevent other people from making the same mistakes I did because they were totally avoidable mistakes. In the video titled Heartbreaker on my channel, I can only guess how much this fish weighed. I'm not really sure. Me and a buddy had been coming off a really long dry spell as far as fishing in the fall and winter time. It slowed down really bad. Neither one of us had caught anything for at least a month and a half, I think. And my buddy Casey, aka Redneck Rambo, we were meeting up that day to fish together. I got there first. Little did I know at the time he was actually there, but he was on the phone with someone, I think his mom. And had he walked down there, this whole situation could have been avoided and I possibly could have landed my personal best catfish. But instead, I lost him. This is on the Arab side of Gunnersville Dam. This is where I've had the best luck, and so is he. He caught his personal best catfish over there actually about a month ago, 38 pounds. Really nice fish. If you're on the Fish Angler app, look him up, Redneck Rambo. Uh, he's got a picture of it on there. I was not with him that night, unfortunately. I would have loved to got that on camera, but I had to sit that night out. I can't remember why. He had asked me to come along, but for whatever reason, I don't remember if I had something going on. But anyway, that's beside the point. Okay, so we're going to review this video and break down where I messed up. And I messed up several steps along the way. Now, let me break this down for you before we get started. I had just gotten my first cast net, and the day prior, I went up to Neely Henry Dam and actually caught shad with my little cast net. I filled up a 5-gallon bucket, come home, put them in freezer bags, froze them. This was the first time that I'd gotten out with the shad and used any that I caught. This was the next day, and literally I had cut one. I cut a head piece. I stuck it on my hook. I threw it out there. I was just really killing time till he got there. I didn't expect to catch anything. There were several people around there, but there's this one particular spot that me and him like to go, especially when the water's moving. So I was just down there killing time, waiting on him to get there. Mistake number one, I did not bring my landing net. The reason being, I have a small landing net, and he has one with a longer handle, and it's easier to just reach down off those rocks and pick fish up. Usually when him and I fish together on that side, we just use his landing net because mine's pretty much useless down there, but it probably would have landed me this fish, or at least gave me a better chance to, had I brought it down there with me. So that was mistake number one. I don't go anywhere without my landing net anymore, and I do plan on getting a better one. When I got that one, I just got what I could afford at the time, which just is the smallest landing net GTO and Gunnersville had. I'm definitely getting one with a longer handle and a little bit wider. Okay, that was mistake number one. We're going to watch some of this video, and we're going to break down where I messed up. We already established I forgot the landing net. Big mistake. So We're just gonna play it, and then we're going to. I'll pause it when I see the mistakes that I've noticed myself making. I'll pause it and talk about it. I'm sure you guys are gonna pick up more, but we're gonna go ahead and just play the video. Okay, that was I just acquired that Mach 1 spitting combo. We're gonna go to where the video picks up on this day that we're talking about. I really need to shorten up those titles. Okay, so I've hooked the fish. And here's another mistake, or I don't know if it's really a mistake, but it is annoying. I have not taken the bell off the end of my pole yet. The reason I had that bell on there in broad daylight is I usually throw this rod and reel out there in my Zebco hog seeker, and I'll get that little Mach 1 or something and try to catch skipjack with it. And sometimes I'm just not paying attention like I should be, and so the bell is just something I use. If I hear it ring, I know to run over there real quick. Okay, let's go. Yeah, it does. Gonna have to let him wear himself out a little bit. He's still on there. Just don't know if he's under a rock. Might be up under a rock. Actually, this fish got under structure twice with me. And if you'll notice on my hog seeker, I've got braid on there. And that's another point I'm going to bring up. See if you can notice it in the video. It's very, very subtle, but it's something that I learned that day about using braid. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to use braid in this area anymore anyway. It's very, very rocky, and all it takes is getting up against one of those rocks. That's 65-pound Power Pro, too. And the other day when I was out there, I actually got my line cut, just grazing up against a rock, barely tugged it, cut the line. There we go. Yeah, slowly but surely. I'm trying to horse him to keep him from running up under the cover and everything. And I had total faith in the strength of this line. That's strong stuff. Try to let that rod do the work. I don't know if you noticed it right there. It's very subtle. But the braid that I have on the Zebco, I don't have anything underneath it. I don't have any backing. And actually, what was happening was the braid was spinning the whole spool. The line was just spinning on the reel. That's something I didn't even foresee happening, and I got to looking into it. And guys run mono backing for that reason in particular, and now I do as well because I didn't expect that. I didn't even, the thought never occurred to me. I didn't know that was a thing because I'm not used to using braid. But it did that to me several times. But now, if I use braid on anything, it's got a mono backing for sure. still haven't
Every
taken the
time I
bell
think he's
off.
pulled off. This might be a little bit too big for my pole, my rig that I got.
It wasn't. It just felt that way because of the current. And he was under structure a couple times.
God.
Yeah, he's hung up under something right there. It's a miracle the rocks didn't cut the line. I'm still amazed at that.
Just gonna try to wear him out. He's close. I don't want to snap my line. It's still on there, still pulling.
Finally take the bell off. I think he's up under something at this point still. He's not budging.
Felt like he was up under a rock or something.
Yep, he was.
I just think he come off.
No, he didn't.
Yep. Maybe not. I felt it slip. Might have been wedged up under a rock.
Yep.
Come on. I think he might be still on. Come on, let me see you. Let me see you.
I don't know. Is it just me, guys? When you hooked into something that might feels like it might be a little, a good fish. Does your adrenaline override your common sense? Because it does for me. It's like any common sense I have goes straight out the window, man. My heart gets to pumping. I get excited. And I just start thinking clearly. Does that happen to you guys?
Yeah, he's still there. No, stay out from underneath that rock, dude.
Here's another mistake I made. You can't really tell from the video, but on the left side of the rocks right in here, it flattens out. There's a couple little rocks, but it's a much smoother landing area. There were people fishing over there, but I think I might have had room to go over there and land this fish. Instead, I chose to try to land this fish right in here for whatever reason, not thinking clearly. Like I said, no common sense. I could have probably guided that fish on the other side of this little tree right here and been fine. But I didn't make good decisions. I made a lot of mistakes.
Oh, he's a big one.
I get to see him. He beaver tailed a little bit right there. Now, any common sense I had left is gone at this point. I've seen the fish. I've got tunnel vision. I'm just not making good decisions.
Oh my goodness.
Right here is where I messed up. You see how I'm pulling on that rod? The fish is half out of the water. I'm sitting there trying to pull it up with my pole. Now keep in mind, this fish has been under structure twice, which I'm assuming is rocks up under there. It didn't cut my braid, but it could have nicked my leader. And I'm sitting here trying to horse this fish up, which is a pretty decent sized fish, with just my pole. It don't work. And I've learned the hard way.
I don't need to do this.
I'm telling myself I don't need to do this. I should have walked my butt right around them rocks right there and lipped them, got them with my hand and drug them up. But for whatever reason, I'm sitting there trying to stay off them rocks right there because I don't know why. And I'm trying to pull this fish with my line. I've got a 30-pound trilene leader on there, I think, or did I not have a leader on there that day? I can't remember. It looks like I do, but it's not the green trilene. And now I'm starting to make sense. Fixed to walk down there, and for some reason I stopped and continued to tug on the line. And this is where the heartbreak happens.
Oh, I didn't bring my net like an idiot.
Yeah, you think?
Damn.
This is where it happens.
Oh no. I lost him. Yeah, he got off. Big old cat, man. Yeah, he was a tough one, man.
Yeah, even that guy was talking about dragging him up on them rocks. So he got under structure twice, and either two things happened. Either my leader got nicked while he was up under that structure, or my knot failed. I'm going to lean towards my knot failed because I'm not the best at tying them. I used the knot that, on this particular day that my grandfather showed me when I was a little kid, and it's probably not the strongest knot. It's like what do they call it, a double overhand or something like that. And I didn't lubricate it when I cinched it down. I didn't know that was a thing until recently. And but yeah, losing that fish was totally my fault. Um, it's very unfortunate. My buddy was there that day. He was just up there on the phone where we parked. And okay, so let's see. Let's count down how many mistakes I made that day. Didn't bring my landing net, number one. Even though it's a smaller one, I could have gotten down there and scooped them up, at least half in it, and probably been able to land them. Uh, Number two is, well, I learned to use mono backing for braid because it's not very obvious in the video, but the spool was slipping. The line was slipping on the spool, I should say. So if I use braid, I do that now. I have it on my conventional, and it's been working awesome. I actually pulled the Power Pro off this rod and reel and put on the conventional on my Shakespeare catfish rod, and it's been, man, it's like a whole new thing. I love it. I love using it now. And number two, learn to tie better knots because I think my knot failed that day. And the most important thing, if you get a fish half out of the water like that, don't do like I did and try to just pull on it and pull on it and pull on it. I mean, Had I had a stronger knot on there, I had a pretty strong leader. I think I had Cajun line on there, and that Power Pro wasn't going to break unless it got nicked or whatever during the struggle there. But I think my knot failed, so I tie a better knot now. I learned how to do it. Um, I can't do those very intricate knots. My vision's not that great, so I have to try to do simple but strong knots. I forget the name of the knot that I'm tying now. The name escapes me. And yeah, don't try to pull them up like I did, especially in a rocky area like that. Had it been this little area over here, I probably could have gotten away with that. But where he was, I was trying to pull him up over those rocks, and it just wasn't going to work. I don't know how much the fish weighed. I mean, he felt like a good fish, but buy a proper landing net. That's going to be something that I'm going to have to do for sure. And let's see, landing net, strong knot. Don't try to horse it over freaking rocks on the bank like that because that was just dumb. Uh, what was the other mistake? Wait till your buddy gets there before you start fishing. I don't know. I just like to go over. I just wanted to go over this and analyze a little bit, and it was a number of reasons why I lost that fish. I still think about it, and it irks me, but it's completely my own fault. But hopefully, somebody learned something from this video. I know I did. I learned a lot this day. I don't want to get in a situation like that where I lose a good fish. That would have been the biggest catfish I ever caught in my life. I know to a lot of people that's not a big one, but I think the biggest one I've ever caught was like 8 pounds, and that was a while back. But that would have been my PB. But at least I got to see him before he got away. But I made so many new mistakes. But I don't plan to repeat those mistakes. If I ever get the opportunity to hook into a good fish like that, I plan on landing that bad boy. But anyway, thanks for watching, y'all. Please like and subscribe. Sorry it's not a fishing. Well, I mean, it's a fishing video, but it's not like a fresh fishing video. But I got rained out tonight. I really wanted to go out there and see how my camera performed in the dark. I've got a new headlamp on order. I'm waiting for it to get here. That should help. But yeah, like and subscribe. Probably have some new videos towards the end of the week or next week. And because the third shift thing is I'm getting on that sleep schedule today, and I'm off Wednesday and Thursday. So my fishing videos are probably going to be. I get off at 6. I can be on the water pretty much anywhere I want to go in 45 minutes. So it's going to be early morning stuff. And then when I get to proper lighting, I definitely want to do some nighttime videos because I'm going to be on that. It's going to be early morning or late at night from now on, which works out because summertime during the day it's so hot, it's not worth going out there and baking in the sun. So early morning or late at night works for me. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.